I would like to ask you about Malayalam cinema and influence in you on by Malayalam cinema. Maybe Adoor Gopalakrishnan, you did the documentary on him. You have been at FTII and you might have seen a lot of our filmmakers over there. And, could you tell us about Malayalam cinema and how do you look at the cinema and its grammar, visual style?
That way, I'm not very familiar with what is happening in Malayalam cinema. I know some of the senior filmmakers. I'm familiar with their work. Not many. Actually, I am quite familiar with Adoor Gopalakrishnan films, Shaji and Karun's films. Apart from that, I have seen few films by other film directors, but I've seen it once or not competent enough to talk on that. It's true, I made a documentary on Adoor Gopalakrishnan. It's not a documentary on Adoor Gopalakrishnan, but it's a documentary on Adoor Gopalakrishnan's images. Because why I'm stressing this is Adoor Gopalakrishnan is one filmmaker in India who has a fantastic control over the cinematic idiom. His mise-en-scene construction is so beautiful that if you are watching it, you just get swayed away by it. So I wanted to understand that what is it that works behind it, behind the construction of this mise-en-scene. Mise-en-scene means, the way how the shot is constructed, scene is constructed. In that process, I try to extract the philosophy behind his idiom. See, in India, most of the times, what the problem is that they think idiom is only to profile the content, which is not it should be the case. Idioms are there to put forward the vision of the filmmaker. So each idiom, a trolley shot, or it's a lens, or an angle, or optics, there's a philosophy behind it. So I wanted to bring that out so that people understands filmmakers or from a different perspective. That was my attempt in that film. That's why it's titled Images and Reflections. Images created by Adoor Gopalakrishnan, reflection is by me, reflection of those images.
Since you spoke about images, your movies have the images and semantics and semiotics of your cinema as so rich and so culturally ingrained. And how do you think like this folk arts, folklores and performing arts, how much can it be influenced in cinema and how much we could use it to create a aesthetically pleasing space in cinema?
Yeah, there are certain filmmakers who are greatly influenced their folk forms, their culture, their literature, the other art forms, and try to incorporate that in their films. I don't go by that kind of yardstick. For me, it's the content which decides everything. I use certain folk idiom in films, and I use other details, other kind of expression in other films because this is based on the content of the. So for me, it's the content and the vision. What vision I am trying to project, that matters. In a film called 𝗂𝗵𝗵 Writing the Stallion of Dream, I've used a kind of going back and forth. That is, that whole structure is taken from the 𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 in the sense, wherein the ghost repeats the same thing for certain reasons. So like that, you see, I take things from literature, I have taken in other forms, like in 𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗃, for example. There are a lot of references to the culture of Karnataka. So I don't have a fixed this one, but it all depends, it all decided by the content, what I am trying to say through this content, what is that I want to share with my viewers. So that decides the form.